Brian James is with us, NBC News meteorologist. Brian, 8 miles an hour at that pace, this is going to rain for days.
Yes, it is going to be a slow-moving storm. You mentioned the numbers coming down for winds. The pressure has gone up. Those are a couple of good parameters we love to see in terms of things slowing down and starting to improve, but it's a long road ahead before we finally get there. Let's show you some numbers, some of the highest wind gusts we've seen so far. Punta Gorda at 135 miles an hour, Cape Coral 129, Captiva 126, 112-mile-an-hour wind gust at Pelican Bay, Fort Myers 100-mile-an-hour wind gust, even Sarasota, 82. St. Petersburg, 77-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We still have a lot going on. Here's Hurricane Ian continuing to move on shore, and it has now been on land over about 5 hours now, and it still has winds at 115 miles an hour. You can see the eye has filled in, moving off toward the northeast. Just to the southeast of Port Charlotte is where Punta Gorda is. You can see they have just dealt with so much on that northern side. Still have a tornado watch in effect until 1 a.m. tonight into early tomorrow morning. We also have a flood watch across a large part of the peninsula. Notice it extends all the way into southeastern parts of Georgia. So we have a lot of rain still to go across the peninsula, but it also is going to move to the north. You look at the rainfall forecast over the next 5 days, and you can see it focused right around Daytona Beach, but extends still all the way back down towards Tampa, and it does go all the way to the north as well across parts of the Carolinas. We could still see 4 to 7 inches of rain there, but some spots to the south in excess of 15 inches of rain over the next about 2 to 3 days or so. It's going to be a long time before that water does finally start to come back down. You can see the storm surge on the western side, and it still continues with that rapid circulation around, still pushing a whole bunch of water across the western and southwestern parts of the Florida coast. It's going to be a while before this all finally starts to recede, and we can see the total damage, which will likely take place during the day tomorrow. So there's the numbers. Category 3, it's going to lift to the north, move towards Orlando, Daytona Beach, all the way up to the north, eventually curling its way back into the Carolinas, dropping a lot of heavy rain. By then, winds about 65 miles an hour, so there will be some weakening. There's going to be a major damage path going in the wake of this as it finally does move back to the north. Shep, back to you.
Brian James, thanks very much.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.